Hey everybody, it's Dr. William Clark here for Leadership Conversations. This is a show where we talk about leadership according to the world that matters to you. Happy to be with you. We're in the middle of our 30-day grant challenge. The goal is to get you focused on writing, writing and submitting that first grant for your nonprofit organization. So I do want to ask you a critical question, and I think it's worth bringing up because I think a lot of us are just so busy with trying to get our first grant and trying to get ourselves in position to launch our organizations. But there's a critical question I need to ask you, and that question is: which grant-giving organization makes sense for your program or for your nonprofit? Now, it's easy to think that all you got to do is submit a grant proposal and you're ready to go and you're on your way, you're off to the races. The truth is, just because you may have the infrastructure in place to get a grant, you may not be ready to get the grant because you haven't selected or done the due diligence to determine if you have the right grant giving organization on your radar or a part of your journey in getting your nonprofit off the ground. I will caution you to be thoughtful about this to ensure that you're thinking strategically about who you're going to ask to invest in you, invest in your organization, to invest in the work that you're doing, because getting in bed with the wrong a nonprofit funder or the wrong funder can really derail your program and really get your program off course from what it's intended to do. Some funders have such a strong perspective about how the work should be done, the strategies that should be deployed to get work done. And because of that strong perspective and philosophy, they can be very influential in how you do your work and ultimately can cause you to get engaged in or be guilty of scope creep or mission creep. And that's a dangerous place to be because now, once you get to that place and the funder has gotten you off your focus, you then become susceptible to pursuing all types of funding that may not be relevant for you. It'll get you focused on chasing money and maintaining that funder, particularly if they are a major funder, particularly if they have invested in what you're doing and they have a substantial percentage hold of your revenue sourcing. And so it can be a dangerous thing for your nonprofit to be solely tied into a funder, particularly the wrong funder. So as you look into getting your first grant, as you look at getting your nonprofit off the ground, you, my friend, have to be thoughtful about who you're going to do business with, who you need to do business with, who you shouldn't do business with, and who you should partner with more pointedly as it relates to supporting your nonprofit. So as we come closer to getting gathering together rather for this grant writing one-on-one course and subsequent grant writing courses, I'm going to challenge you to be thoughtful about that. I'm going to challenge you to not just go after the first funder you see in sight. I'm going to challenge you to not chase money. I'm going to challenge you to do the work that's necessary to not only get the first grant, but to get the grants that will continue to come in, to continue to support your work, to continue to invest in what you're doing, because the work you're doing is important. And your funders reflect that in level of importance. And so you need to be selective in terms of who you decide to partner with and who you decide to work with to do the work your nonprofit has been charged to do. Share this podcast with friends, family, coworkers, people you believe who could benefit from this. Share this podcast with them because I think this is one of several podcasts that can really pour into the work of someone who is trying to elevate their work and move to the next level of their work. Have them, if you haven't, you need to subscribe, but have your friends and family subscribe to this podcast channel, to this Facebook page, to this Twitter page, to this YouTube page, wherever you're finding this, Instagram. Have your friends, you need to subscribe, be a part of this movement where we're moving towards creating quality nonprofits, generating revenue not only for today, but also for tomorrow. This is Dr. William Clark here for Leadership Conversations. Join me for a grant writing one-on-one course that's coming up. If you can't make it, join us in future courses that will be live here in Greater Hartford, as well as somewhere on the World Wide Web. I look forward to connecting with you guys soon. Peace.